Right, Omaha. Oh, great. So it's Sydney or Omaha. I mean, we've got to go there eventually, so unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be anything shorter than that.
Let's get this job done.
Texting and driving, and now you're in a ditch. In game. Well, at least it's in the game.
Turn left.
I'm gonna go back around, go out this exit. Well, that's where quick loads are good.
Finding
So long as you're not using an external contract.
Turn left.
Barely missed that post.
Go straight. Turn right.
Thank you for not having any invisible walls.
Go straight.
Actually, we need to fill up on gas. We'll do that on the way out of town.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Good driving.
Is it? Not sure about the good driving part. Now, where's my trailer? Is it there? Need to sleep as well, actually. But that's alright. Beauty of external contracts is that they are real time, so it doesn't matter that I have to sleep away 8 hours of our contract.
Get on with it.
Five hours 33. Yeah, let's just push through. Whatever. Thankfully it didn't damage things. They park those things so close to the building, it's really hard to get it out again.
Turn left.
Now this is a fragile cargo, so I really shouldn't crash. Now since we've driven along here before, we can actually dip into the services just to discover that.
Go straight.
And this bit as well. Excellent. Oh, there's a road that goes all the way down. Okay. While I'm here. I mean, I needed gas and stuff anyway. I was going to go to the other one, though. So I'll still go to the other one. We just need to go up as far as this one and now turn around.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Make a U-turn now.
No. I just did.
Get ready to turn right.
Strange that it's like motel isn't a truck stop.
Turn right.
No, you have to stop across the road where there's no amenities. Not allowed to stop at the place that actually has beds. Go figure. Alright, well we're not discovering everything because there's a couple of depots there that I can't be bothered with, but we can fast travel back to the services whenever we like. But we will stop up here, pull in for some gas. Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas. We want to go around that one. This is like a stopping area up here, apparently. You just park up by the trees, maybe? No? No? It shows on the map. Is it just right in the corner or something? Apparently not. I'm confused. It shows on the map that there is a rest stop around here. It usually shows up without having to come to a complete halt. Oh well. I guess we try the other one. Had to go back to re-100% Italy 3 times. First did the whole country, then got the Balkans, had to redo the northeast, now did Switzerland, have to do northwest. Yeah, well... That's what happens when you're trying to hit a moving target. How do you think I feel? I'd completely done all of France and all of Germany, and then they redid the bloody places. Germany's been reworked how many times now? It's just as well I didn't go back and try and redo them all straight away afterwards, because I'd only had to have gone back and done them again. Great song, kinda sad apparently the writer died last year. Huh. I have very little acquaintance with it. I literally only know it because I've been watching Connor's cyclothons recently, where he cues that up when doing like a nice downhill section. Otherwise I have no idea where it's from. At least we get stars now, but the overnight is still kind of boring. However, it's 4 AM. The daylight should come as we progress. For some reason the stars in our rear view mirror are so much more vivid than in the windscreen, so that's cool. We can see the stars really brightly in either of our rear view mirrors. Cruise control. Coffee.
Keep left.
There's some sort of spray coming off to the right there. Is that a quarry?
Right.
Looks like it. Like a gravel works or something. I always wonder with some of these intersections whether or not... No, it's got the blinky crosses. Whether or not some of them might have hidden roads that you can go down. But that's why I leave the blinky crosses on for now. They added the option that you could turn those off, which originally there was mods for, like immersion mods, so you didn't have them. I've generally left them on. Makes it a bit more obvious when something is a bonus road. There is a stop up here. There's a Eurobeat song. Oh, it's yeah, from Initial D, that's right.
Go straight, and then keep right. Keep right, and then continue straight.
I just wanted to discover that.
Go straight.
Yeah, I did look up about, yeah, like Initial D and how it used some music from stuff. I think it was a video game as well, not just an anime series. It had like a iconic car. At one point on the cyclothon, Connor's like, oh, it's the Initial D car, it's just a shitty Toyota or something with a black bonnet, it's nothing special. It's like, so many boy races have that sort of thing over here. It's just an old car that's then been ruined under the bonnet to try and make it do something. Generally shit. They usually sound a lot more spontaneous than they actually travel. I mean, I'm sure they're better than they were stock, but I do wonder sometimes the amount of money people spend on trying to hot up a cheap car. Maybe they could have just bought a better car in the first place.
Go straight.
Some reason those vehicles, like buses and stuff, go slower than I do, even though I'm limited to 65 too. Are they... I assume they're also limited, or meant to be, but surely they'd be limited to the same speed? This is gorgeous through here though, with the sunrise. Bit of fog. A little bit of hitching as we came into town. That's nothing new though, I used to get that. Oh, it's a shamrock. I was wondering what the hell was drawn on the road. That's so random. Gonna guess Irish settlers around here. Let's just go through the services a bit. And hope that the road counts as well. We've probably missed a little bit. Hope no train arrives. I've already had an altercation with the crossing today. Buses are doing something called driving safely. No, they're not. They're driving too slow. My cruise is set to 65. The speed limit is 65. They shouldn't be going slower. I shouldn't be catching up to them. Simple as that.
Keep right.
That's a complicated road system through to the way station over there. I'm glad they didn't ask me to stop, because I wasn't going to. And now we have more to look at.
Go straight.
So we'll have to revisit Norfolk at some point. Because it thinks we've discovered it. We haven't delivered to it yet. Can I just have one of these utes? Like, I'll pay for it, but can I buy one of these utes? Or the sports car, but I'd be happy with a ute. I could just use it as an exploration vehicle, please. I'm a bit late in life, but I got my driving learner's permit early March this year, so I actually know some of the laws now. It's funny that you say that you're late to be getting that. To be fair, I got my learner's license early. I just still only have my learner's license. And the only reason I got my learner's license was because it is one of the valid forms of photo identification for things like bank stuff and buying alcohol. So, yeah. And I don't want to be having to carry my passport everywhere. So, got it. Just haven't used it. But judging by most drivers I witness on the road, having a license does not in any way, shape or form mean you actually know the road rules.
Go straight.
Even if you know them, I guess. Maybe they know them, but they're certainly not obeying them half the time. There was a couple of people yesterday literally just driving on the wrong side of the road in order to jump a queue to turn right. Because they couldn't be bothered waiting. And one of them, as it got to the intersection, someone was trying to turn left into the correct lane while this person was in the wrong lane to try and turn right into that road, nearly having an accident. Because people are impatient and stupid. So as badly as I drive in this game, I honestly don't feel like I drive that bad compared to a lot of people in real life. I just do tend to have more accidents. Thankfully there are no consequences.
Go straight.
There's a ton of benefits for attending a driving school. Yeah, interesting. There's literally no benefits to doing that here. Wheel position, apparently it's hard for new drivers. I've had any experience, I said no. Technically I've been sim driving for 4 years now. Yeah, that'll do it.
Go straight.
I mean, the whole wheel position, like, 10 and 2 or whatever. It's whatever's actually comfortable for you is what matters. Yes, it gives you good control over the wheel, but at the same time, it's what matters most for you is what's comfortable, because you need to be the one that's comfortable driving for long periods of time. So... And so many people just drive with one hand. And that's the thing, is a lot of the time the classes like that, or lessons, will get a bit bogged down on minutiae like that. But yeah. Or how far to turn the wheel to make certain turns. Oh, gotcha, that's what you're meaning. Literally, like, wheel position for turning. Right, either oversteer or understeer in the first few turns. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I imagine that's just more a case of developing a feel for the vehicle you're in, yeah. Which, as you say, having done simulator stuff, you have a bit of a feel for that. I've been in control of a vehicle, I think, 3 times? One of them was way back after I first got my Lunas. That was my dad's old Mitsubishi. That we're fairly sure someone had tuned up. It was secondhand anyway, and someone must have tuned it because it was way too eager. So it was not a good car to learn in. Manual. And then...
Keep right, and then turn right.
Our old Mazda a couple of times, though only on back roads, so my most recent driving experience was probably about 15 years ago on a gravel road in a Mazda 323. And I mean, for simulator games and stuff, like, I use a controller, so it doesn't really help me. Maybe I should get a wheel, and that'll give me a bit of practice. Get a wheel and some pedals. Yeah, they'll take up all of my desk real estate, but they can give me some practice. Sims can't portray as G-forces? Yeah, that's right. You would need, like, a full fourth dimension, like, rig. Like one of those ones that has pistons and stuff that moves the whole thing around. But even then, yeah, you can't get proper G-force simulation. That's the bit that always freaks me out as well. I don't like that feeling. Even as a passenger. Just always irrationally thinking that the wheels are going to fall off or something, or the steering's going to break, or something absurd like that. My mind is stupid. It's my worst enemy. When you press the accelerator in a real car, the G-force push you back off the accelerator. Yeah, that's right. So that's where you get the bunny hop
Keep
sort
right,
of
and then
effect.
exit right.
You got to be quite firm.
Exit right.
Omaha discovered. Wonder if the fact that I habitually wear steel-toe boots would help with that.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
This is a complicated intersection. Right off one interchange, straight into another interchange.
Turn right.
Oh, this is a tight one.
Keep left.
Said the
and then
priest.
turn left. Turn left.
Some interesting buildings around here. Best thing about G-forces, when you need to make an emergency brake, it pushes you onto the brakes. That's true. It's also funny when you say G-force as in like GE
right,
force,
and then turn right.
because that's a brand of drink over here. It's like a sports drink called G-force,
Turn
spelled
right.
GE force.
Turn right.
Okay, we got there in the end. Wanderlust
We're
RV,
here.
or Wanderlust
Now drop
RV.
the load and go.
So we're delivering utes to an RV place, go figure. Where do you need it? Nope, that's backwards, that'll do. Talk about NVIDIA too much here. Interestingly, I didn't even think of it being the video card until you mentioned that. I was thinking of the drink. Alright, Valentine to Omaha. So that should be another one racked up. 7 out of 12. But now we're in a tricky position. So what can we find that's over 100 miles away? Columbus? Oh, you're exactly 100 miles? Would that count? Actually, Norfolk is perfect because we know we have to go back there anyway. So let's do Norfolk and get that out of the way.
Time to hit the road.
First, we've got to find our way there. Hey, those are some pretty funky buggies. Can I have one of them, please? Should buy the garage too while I'm here.
Turn left.
Not that I need it, but
Finding new route.
gives me another fast travel option. If we just go
Let's
yes,
go.
and we just leave it, not gonna skip it. Shows the back. Shows the front. Shows our truck slowly rolling back down the hill.
Rerouting.
Hey, it means I don't need to reverse. So there's that.
Please make a U-turn when possible.
Yep.
Turn right.
Game doesn't stop.
Turn left.
Turn right. Turn left. Make up your mind. Yeah. Bot's working. Spam.
Keep right. And then turn right.
Can't drive in steel toes. You need to jump on and off the accelerator so much. Yeah, true.
Turn right.
This time Warren used to let shoes completely floored it because you forgot about the weight. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, swapping between different shoes would be the hard thing. The thing is, I don't have light shoes. I have slippers and I have steel toes. That's my shoe range. I have sandals, I guess, for summer, but
Go straight.
I mean, it's that or you've got to do left foot braking, or alternate foot braking. Which surely is what you should be doing. Like, be accelerating with one and then braking with the other. So you shouldn't be having to go on and off the accelerator so much. Well, you mean just lift off, not like going off the pedal, just lifting off.
Get ready to turn
Yeah.
left.
But the weight of the shoe should just like press onto the
Turn
pedal. It
left.
shouldn't depress the pedal, surely? I guess it depends on how sensitive the accelerator is. I would have thought that it would have enough tension that just resting your
Get
foot
ready to
there
turn
shouldn't
left.
depress it at all. But who knows? Driving in slippers is to be the most Australian thing ever? No, driving in slippers would be the most West Auckland thing ever. Driving in jandals, that's the most Australian thing ever. Thongs, as they call them.
Finally,
Flip-flops,
we are here.
if you will. Surfer safety shoes.
Drive safe.
Right, let's take this to Norfolk, of all things. Gonna somehow end up in Britain, apparently. They really weren't imaginative with their names, were they? Mind you,
Get ready to turn right.
same thing here. Using your left foot for anything that's not the clutch. What if you're driving an automatic? You don't have a clutch. Both our cars are automatic.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Never move your left foot ever. Yeah, I think that's stupid. Quite frankly. I have a vague recollection of that. Something that came up in like racing circles at one point, and I think it was because it was, I think it was a Kiwi in fact, who was started doing NASCAR, and people were like amazed at how, like it's cornering or something, or no, IndyCar I think, not NASCAR, I think it was IndyCar. It's like, oh, he's so quick with the out of the corners. Yeah, because he was doing left foot braking. It was or heel and toe might have been the actual technique. I think he was doing like something complicated
Go
anyway.
straight.
It was like a revolution. It's like, yeah, people have been doing that in other racing circles for decades, you know. But apparently it was revolutionary in that sport or something. I forget the specifics. Probably got it wrong, but... Just seems very logical to me to have a foot dedicated more to the brake than anything else.
Keep left.
Because otherwise you've got to think about moving your foot from one pedal to the other to then brake, surely. Which seems like a
Keep right. And then exit
a
right.
lag that you shouldn't have in an emergency situation.
Exit right.
I don't know. Again, haven't been in control of a car for like 15 years. Who knows what it'll be like once I actually start learning. If I start learning. I do mean to.
Keep left.
It was kind of a soft goal for me this year, but I haven't had time. Finding time to do stuff like that is difficult. I need to see what places could offer doing some lessons on the weekend. And time it for a weekend like this when I don't have my daughter at home. Oh, right, yeah, it's because people would hit both at the same time. That makes sense, yeah. Just pull the handbrake, easy. Except a lot of cars these days don't even have that. We have a little switch on the dash that's the e-brake. Yeah, I guess if people get used to yeah, moving their foot off the accelerator to brake means that there's no chance that they would do both at the same time, yeah. That does make an amount of sense.
Keep right, then exit right. Exit right. Turn right.
What I'd really like is for them to fit cars with like a gamepad controller and use that for controlling anyway, since it's all electronic these days anyway a lot of the time. Have like an emergency brake pedal that still exists, but for everything else just use finger controls. I mean, that must be what they do for disabled drivers who don't have use of their legs anyway. They must have hand controls. Can we just make that the standard? It's much more intuitive to me to use my fingers to just pull triggers to accelerate and brake. I don't know, just... it just makes so much more sense to me. A long queue of vehicles along here. Thankfully, good visibility, and I can see that no one is coming the other way. And a nice big wide shoulder, even if there was. Unfortunately, this is all just backtracking, so it's not particularly exciting or anything. This is just retracing our steps, getting back to Norfolk, because the game thinks we have been there, even though we just drove through. That's the new car will be controlled by a controller. Excellent. So in an emergency where a wheel and pedals will be deployed. I don't think you bother with the wheel in an emergency, you would just need to have an emergency brake pedal. Keep making jokes about stick drift on the highway. Yeah, true. You'd hope that they would be made to a higher spec than a $100 game controller. This one I've got is just Xbox style controller. And it's lasted a decent amount of time. I've not noticed any. I've not had to tune the dead zones much on it. The steering is certainly not as good than a wheel. I would prefer a wheel with things that you, like with triggers essentially for your fingers.
Keep left, and then turn right.
Because with the wheel you have a lot more linearity.
Turn right.
I guess then you wouldn't be able to turn, like, sharp turns and accelerate at the same time. So that kind of throws that out the window. Though again, there must be some sort of solution for people without the use of their legs. So it'd be interesting to know what they use.
here we are. Kind of on time.
I do have a cousin who had an accident and had to get his car modified, I believe. But I didn't pay close attention to how it actually got done. Moist critical misinput meme. Nope. I have zero knowledge of that. So I know that there is a person called Moist Critical. That's the extent of my knowledge. I don't know what he does or what his memes are.